the harrowing experience of the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Libya after a despicable hostage incident at Al Abrak Airport. The team have just touched down at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, and due to security protocols, we currently do not have access to the team, but we're positioned at the terminal exit where they are expected to emerge shortly. Recall that coach and technical crew were left stranded without food, Wi-Fi, hotel accommodations, and other logistics for over 11 hours as they arrived at Libya airport for the second leg of the qualification of CAF AFCON 2025. The incident occurred after the Nigerian aircraft originally boarding to Benghazi was diverted to another city just an hour before landing. The Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, has condemned the actions of Libyan authorities who held Nigeria's Super Eagles and their officials offstage at Al Abrak Airport.
But suffice it to say that we have established contact with them. We've sent people from the mission to go there that are representing the mission. They are in touch with the delegation there. I am also communicating directly with the chairman, and since last night we've been on the phone with the Chargé d'Affaires, because Libya doesn't have an ambassador here, so we're in touch with the Chargé d'Affaires, and I'm heading back to the ministry now, where we have summoned the Chargé d'Affaires, the Libyan Chargé d'Affaires.
Meanwhile, the chairman and CEO, Nigerians and Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiru-Eriwa, has condemned the treatment meted out to the Super Eagles team by Libya authorities ahead of its second leg match slated for Tuesday in the country. Describing the action as despicable, Mrs. Dabiru-Eriwa stated that traveling by road in Libya is most dangerous and totally not advisable because of the current situation in the country. She said the safety of Nigerian players is paramount to the country and was optimistic that the Ministry of Sports and the NFF will advise appropriately, while calling on CAF to take a serious action to avoid a repeat of such incident. Also, the former governor of Abia State, Senator Orji Kalu, has condemned the action of Libyan authorities. Senator Kalu calls on CAF to sanction Libya for treating the Super Eagles with such disdain and disregard, believing that the strategy was to frustrate the Super Eagles and dissipate their enthusiasm ahead of the match. And for more on this development, former Abia State Governor, called the pillar of sports in Africa, Senator Orji Kalu, joins me on the news tonight. Thanks for joining us, distinguished. In a statement by Libya Football Association, diversion of flight is standard procedure at airports globally. That's what they say, and that there is no intention to disrupt Nigeria's preparations for the crucial match. You believe the Libyan authorities' actions were indeed deliberate attempt to frustrate the Super Eagles, as you mentioned?
Well, this kind of situation had in the past happened to Enyimba Football Club of Aba, and I was with Enyimba on my plane landing in one of the countries, and they asked us to go to another airport. I protested, and this was in Egypt. I protested and argued with the pilots at the air traffic control. And we landed, and they said we had to go by road for about 5 hours. I said, we're not going to do that, otherwise we'll go back to Nigeria. And I called then President Issa Hayatu, and Mr. Hayatu intervened immediately and asked them must be cleared to go to the next city. What the Libyans have done is not acceptable by any means, and CAF disciplinary committee knows what to do. They know that 3 points, we are not going to play any other match. We are not going to play any match being played in Libya, because that 3 points will be awarded to the Super Eagles. No matter the explanation they have to do, it's unacceptable to people of Nigeria.
Mr. Kalu, you have called for CAF to sanction Libya. In fact, CAF has already launched an investigation into this disturbing incident. and referred the matter to their disciplinary board. Do you think this response is sufficient, or should further action be taken to ensure that such incidents do not recur?
Apart from sanctioning them, they have to sanction the stadium. Benghazi will be sanctioned for the next 2 years from hosting African Cup of Champions, because Nations Cup, because they are not supposed to do what they have done. Football is a friendly thing. We are not in war, and moreover, nobody will allow the quality of Super Eagles players to start going on road in a war-torn country. It is not possible, and it's not acceptable in the football politics.
What measures, though, do you propose should be taken to safeguard Nigerian athletes and teams when competing abroad, especially in volatile security situations? Some say that this is a call on the Nigerian government and Football Federation to take a more proactive role in ensuring player safety and well-being.
Well, there's nothing that we will do that will be of international laws. The laws are clear. Have an NFF, have the laws, and the laws are clear. You have nothing to do, but we cannot send our efforts to escort them. We cannot send anybody to escort the people, because it is just a politics that differ by politics.
Well, we're looking forward to some action being taken in that regard. Nigeria has now declined on following through with the match, as we've seen. I'm wondering what that will also mean for the football calendar. Senator Orji Kalu is former governor of Abia State. Thank you so much for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Elsewhere, the Lagos State government says the building that collapsed in Urilegamu earlier today has a long-standing evacuation notice. This update was given by the State Emergency Management Agency as it joined other key players to commemorate the International Disaster Risk Management Day. TVC News senior reporter Theophilus Elama has more.
The building collapse occurred a day after the world marked the International Disaster Risk Management Day. Although no life was lost, the incident came as a shock in what could have been a major disaster. To avert building collapses like this one, the Lagos State government is sensitizing residents through this walk on the need to be safety conscious. The theme of this year's event is empowering the next generation for a resilient future.
We want to key in to every plan, every pivotal plan of the state government. And of course, we want to align it with the plan and the strategy of disaster risk reduction in order to ensure that Lagos State, not just 30%, 50%, we are looking at the end of the day, at the end of some few years, 90% of the people of Lagos State will be informed.
Although continuous efforts are ongoing to ensure buildings are safe, the government says it is important to mobilize and prepare young people as emergency responders to avert more damages during disasters.
Youth are very, very important, and they should be brought on board to also serve as agents of change in their respective communities, because when the community knows the risk